Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. So today I've got a fun card to share with you. I'm doing this video specifically for my team, but sharing it with everybody. Monday, we had our team mystery stamping night. So my friend Kathy, who is also a downline of my upline, and I are organizing mystery stamping for our teams and including our upline. So we've got this fantastic community of demonstrators. What happens is we see each other at like on stage and stuff like that, have a really great time, and we're trying to keep that community feeling going in our team, right? So this is my shameless plug for my Kitchenettes team. If you love what you're hearing, come join us. We'd love to have you, not just for mystery stamping. We're doing it the first Monday of every month, except for September, because the first Monday is Labor Day. And we just had a fantastic time. So this was the mystery card. We did a group of clues, prepared our pieces, and then got together on Monday night. Kathy led us through the clues and we made cards. And this is one of the ones that I made. All right. So team mystery stamping is amazing. If you've thought about joining Stampin' Up, if you're looking for a community between my craft social on Facebook and these mystery stamping nights and other things that I'm building into team to make a community, come and join us. Come be a part of it. Come build it with us. You can join by buzzing over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net and then click the join button. The starter kit is always the best deal on Stampin' Up products, and we would love to have you as part of our community and come mystery stamp with us next month on July 7th. All right, so mystery stamping this time was a fun fold card. I haven't done a fun fold in a little while. I love this one. So it Z-Fold opens this way, and then it flips and opens this way with a lot of fun places for little messages. Speaking of a lot of fun places for little messages, we're going to start with one of my favorite bundles, Card Club for Cool People. We're featuring this one in Card Club for June. This is the More Messages bundle. It's a single cling stamp and a single die, right? And with this, I think it's 19 messages. You get them all at one time. Let me show you how to use this in my favorite way. It is like a big background stamp. So you can put the stamp on the table and then bring your paper to the stamp. You can use your stamp positioner. I suggest either a stamp positioner. A lot of you still have your Stamparatus, or you have one of the other ones on the market. That's my favorite way to use this. But you could also put the stamp face up, bring your paper to the stamp, and then use one of my handy dandy little mini air hockey paddles. All right, so you would put your paper down with the ink face up and then use this to press and get a great impression. All right, so that's one way. The other way is grab your stamp positioner. I like it because just in case I missed one of these 19 greetings in the middle, I think it's 19, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 or 19 greetings. I don't remember if I counted this one. I think 19. And I want to get them all. So I'm going to use my Stamparatus this time. And I am telling you, I'm having a very easy time with this stamp as I practice with it a little bit. The fun part is, as you practice with it, and then you die cut it, you save the good greetings, which as you keep doing it, will get to be all of them, and put them in a bag to store them to use on future projects. So let me show you what I've got going on really quick before I go ahead and stamp this. I happen to put my extra rainbow pieces in here too, but every time I stamp this and cut it, stamp it in Secret C and cut it, I'll just put it in this bag. And I'll have lots of Secret C greetings on very vanilla cardstock to choose from. They are awesome with the boho vibes designer series paper. So I'm just making a bunch of them. But the more you practice with it, the better your impressions get. At least that's my experience. And the Stamparatus does help to just give you that opportunity to go back if you miss a spot. You can combine your Stamparatus in your little mini paddle, especially if you've got issues like I do. I'm starting to get a little arthritis in my first joint, my fingers, and a little bit in my thumb. Having trouble with my wrist since walking a dog that likes to pull me a little bit. We're going to take obedience classes, don't worry. All right, so I'm going to give a little extra special attention in the middle there. Let's take a look and see how our greetings look. Absolutely gorgeous, don't you think? And very useful greetings. I'll have a whole bag now for later. Miss you, good luck, forever friends, hello, you're simply incredible, oh happy day, time to celebrate, way to go. The only one I don't really get is this little a note. A note. There's nothing to go inside. A note. Way to go. Maybe a note on the outside, way to go on the inside. I'm not sure, but there's my sheet of greetings. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this onto my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut all the greetings out at one time. And then we'll have mix and match greetings that we can use on our fun fold card. Add them one to the front and then tucked here and there on the inside. It's really going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to use a little bit different greetings this time too, just to shake it up. So really quick, you can cut everybody all at one time, but that also means that you can mess everybody up all at one time. So just take a minute and grab some little sticky notes, Post-it tape, little low tack tape of some kind. And I have been taping top and bottom. I've been taping more than one place just because there's a little bit at stake here, more than just one greeting. We'll give it a crank. All right, there it is. All those greetings. You can just pop them out of the die and then choose the ones we want for today's project. All right, I'm gonna set this aside for just a minute. We're gonna use it again for our rainbow parts, but I'm gonna pick some greetings. So for our original sample, I have time to celebrate. Let's get my chart. It'll make it easier to choose. This is another thing that I did with my die set right away when I got it. I cut it, so then that way I can take any little greetings that I might have from another stamp set and I can audition to see what label fits, because of course I cut a bunch of these out of white and vanilla as soon as I got them. And so now I can take something like It's Okay to Take It Slow from Totally Awesome, and I can say, okay, which greeting or which of these little shapes do I want to use? Well, maybe this one, and I can put a bow all the way on the left side. This one fits nicely, so I can audition on my chart. So that's just the die cut out, and then all of the greetings, and then I sorted them by shape. So you get in this die, you get the chicken lip end banners, oblong banners, or these diagonal end banners, and I just line them up by size with the greetings. All right, so for my card, I did have time to celebrate, and it's a birthday card. I put happy birthday inside, and then lots of love. And this time I was kind of thinking maybe you're absolutely the best, or you're simply irresistible. Oh, that's cute. But I think I'm going, you're absolutely the best. And then on the inside, what do I want to put? You're absolutely the best. How about I adore you? Where is I adore you? Here's I adore you. I think I'm going to put I adore you inside this time. And then on the back one, what do I want to put? See, you're absolutely the best. I adore you. Or how about thanks a lot? And then I adore you. Where's thanks a lot? I'm going to do thanks a lot inside. And then on the back, the other flip, I'm going to put I adore you. All right, good. I've chosen my greetings. Now these can just get scooped up and bagged up for the next project. And it is a nice little shortcut when you come back to these later with anything that has the secret seat in it, and you've got a whole bunch of greetings already ready for you. So I'll just pop those little guys in here. And then this can go right into the stamp set. So I will pop that into here. So when I'm looking for some more messages, it's right there with my stamp set. All right, enough about that. I hope you guys love this More Messages bundle, especially Card Club members. You can add the featured bundles onto your Card Club package, and some of you did. That was really awesome. I hope you enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the pieces here. This is how mystery stamping works with the kitchenettes and with the chicks. You're going to start with a list of supplies and measurements that you need. So you needed cardstock number 1, 2 pieces, 5.5 by 4 1/4. This will be on the project sheet. Then you needed cardstock number 1 embossed. So this is an embossed piece, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. All right, so we'd prepare all these pieces ahead and then meet with us and we help you put them together into a card. So you choose all your supplies ahead of time. You don't know what we're making. Cardstock number 2 is 2 pieces, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then we're going to go designer series paper. Now, you've got designer series paper 1 is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Designer series paper 2 is 1 by 3 1/4. Now, I went ahead and added a couple of things to my mystery stamping because I'm just kind of that way. So I have designer series paper 3 and 4 on my project sheet. Designer series paper 3 is 2 1/2 by 3 1/4, and designer series paper 4 is 1/2 by 3 1/4. And I could not leave this little flap here unfinished. That's where those 3 and 4 are going to go. All right, my kitchenettes, you already have the mystery stamping clues and the measurements. They're on our Facebook group, so you'll have that. And then I will add this project sheet for you too with these little add-on pieces and their measurements, so you don't have to recreate any wheels. The last pieces, I should say, are very vanilla or white. Mine are very vanilla. This is 11 inches by 3 1/4 inches. And then the other piece is some tags or something to fit your sentiment. So we already did those. All right, so that's what we have for this card. Let's get started at putting a couple of these pieces together. Now, if you follow my lives, last week, I found my fast fuse. And then my friend Jan brought me some more fast fuse refill from my friend Nancy. So I'm using my fast fuse. You guys, do you remember the fast fuse? I miss it. I'm just going to use it up while I've got it and enjoy the little blast from the past product. But you can use your seal or your liquid glue. You're going to put your embossed panel on your base panel. And then you're going to take one of your cardstock panels, a little contrasting cardstock there, and you're going to put your designer series paper on that panel. All right, so I forgot a little bit about the stretch on the fast fuse, but I do love it. Anybody else love fast fuse? You can leave me a comment if you love the fast fuse and miss it. All right, we've got that. Now we can take some dimensionals and adhere this designer series paper panel and cardstock mat. We can adhere that centered on our, oh, look at that. I don't want that half one there. I'm gonna spread it out. Move over. There we go. We're gonna make that one work somewhere, not just tag along. All right, let's get this guy. And we can center that on this panel. All right, so you're seeing these kind of come together, and we lead you through doing all this step by step when we mystery stamp. It's a lot of fun. If you remember mystery stamping, I used to do it for my Facebook page too. And gone are those days, and those videos will probably be deleted by Facebook, but that's okay. We can still mystery stamp anew. All right, so I'm putting all the rest of my pieces aside for just a minute. And we're going to deal with this vanilla piece. All right, so this guy is on the 11-inch side. We're going to score, just real quick, there's not much to this, at 4 1/2 and 9 inches. And then we're gonna Z-fold this. My bone folder, going to fold one way and then the other. And then I'm going to fold one way and the other. I like to go both ways. You guys know that if you watch me. All right, so here is how we're going to do this. We're going to put together our little Z-fold mechanism. So set aside your remaining designer series paper pieces and set aside your greetings. We're coming back to those in just a minute. And what we need right now is this back piece, this Z-Fold piece, and this contrasting cardstock piece. So you'll see inside, this is how your card opens, but if you look, your Z is this little short panel, right? And then it's a long panel and a long panel. So when you've got your card, you want the Z-Fold. So you can see it's a Z. It's not exactly, it's kind of backwards, short on the top, but you've got a mountain and then a valley and a mountain, right? And this little short tab is on the right when you got it all folded up. All right, so now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of your Z. Let's get that guy rolling. And we're going to center this right on our contrasting cardstock. We're going to center that right on our back panel. And then we're going to add adhesive on this smaller vanilla flap and center the card front right over the back. That's so simple. There's your fun fold. Now we're going to finish this with a little bit of finesse. I've got some boho vibes. I love this kind of rick-rack piece right here. We're going to add that. And then we're going to finish with a little contrast. I've got some more boho vibes. This is a little 1/2-inch strip here. And we're going to add that to finish. And then we'll close the card back up and then open the Z-Fold, and we're going to add this little strip here. So look, here I've got the stripe paper and then another little bit of it. Here we've got that rainbow paper, another little bit of it, but with these 2 extra little bits on the flap side, we've got a card that's cute coming and going. Isn't that great? All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to add our quick little thanks a lot and I adore you greetings. If you know me, you know that I love to glue down as much as I can when I can so I don't lose them. So I'm going to grab a fine tip glue bottle and add my little thanks a lot. About, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch from the bottom is what I did. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. Hold on. Get my little glue eraser. Erase the residue. I didn't have it flipped. I had it flapped. Okay. There we go. All right, I'll clean the rest of that up with my glue eraser. That's what I like about the multi-purpose liquid glue. If you just let it dry for a second, you can clean it up. All right, thanks a lot. It's going to go on the flip, not the flap, on the pull, not the flip. There we go. Now we're back on track, guys. All right, so there is thanks a lot. And then now on the flip, we'll put I adore you. So right there. And I got to clean up my adhesive. Well, do I have to? Can I just put I adore you here this time? Why not, right? Doesn't have to be the same. All right, so hold on to these. Let's just make some rainbows. I did a little bit of my rainbow die cutting ahead of time. I think we're going to be able to do the rest of it in one pass on the machine. I love these Sunshine Vibes dies. For my inside, I did these 3 bits. All right, this is Secret Sea, Cajun Craze, and Daffodil Delight. I did the base of my rainbow from Very Vanilla. Okay, now we're going to do the rest of our rainbow pieces, and I should be able to crank it all at once. Let's find out. just cut some scraps of, that is Secret C. And I'm going to do my insidest piece. And then got Cajun Craze, and I'm going to do my little Rick Rack piece. Now this is what has totally got me on these dies. I love the little Rick Racky piece. I love the branches that make one of the bows in the rainbow. So I've got some old olive, and we're going to use those little branches. I love the texture, the dots and the little things that are like cut out on each of the different layers. It adds so much. Now the Rainbow Vibes dies also has a nearly smooth bows for the rainbow. So you don't have to have all of the texture and excitement, but I love it. That's what I bought this set for, and it'll stay in my collection too. I'm not going to let these dies go. I'm going to keep them forever. All right, so one rainbow, one pass, and then the little hearts too from the same die set. All right, we'll put these guys aside for just a second. Put it up there for a minute, and I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet, and I'm just going to put all these little pieces right onto the silicone craft sheet as I get them out of the die. I'm going to put them face down on the sheet. All right, so there's all the pieces and my little rainbow base. Now, this you guys are gonna love. I can't believe I lived my whole life without this. I have my liquid glue. I'm gonna squeeze that out right there. Don't worry. This is a good idea, I promise you. And then I have my barbecue brush. Yes, there's a link in the description below. Don't know how I lived without this long. Bought the barbecue brush, cut off the bristles, and now we're going to easily adhere glue or apply glue to adhere these pieces. Thank you, Nancy Clark, who taught Jan and Joyce. Thank you, Jan and Joyce, for my easy button solution. All right, so I'm taking my brush, I'm patting it into the glue, and then I'm stippling the glue onto the back of the pieces. You might do like 3 or 4 pieces at a time. I laid them all out on my sheet, so if everybody kind of stays in their own bounds, we won't have glue all over the front of these pieces. So like you can see here, I'll take my pink, which is the top of my bow, and pop that on, and then yellow's all ready. Leave some space for my little green leaves. Everything's all ready, face down on the sheet. Don't have to move it around at all. Grab a little bit more glue. Gonna hold down these leaves over in their little corner. Pat some glue. A little bit goes a very long way. Can add these guys to our rainbow next. Cute, right? Now our little Rick Rack rainbow. It's easy cleanup when the glue dries. Then you just take the brush and you kind of do a scrubbing motion, and it will roll up all the dry glue. Get all the dry glue both off of the brush and the craft sheet at one time just by scrubbing against the dry glue. All right, now we need our little blue guy here with all the holes in it. Imagine squeezing glue on the back of that and all the glue oozing out those little holes in the rainbow. None of that anymore for you. You got your little barbecue brush now, and it is going to make a world of difference for gluing little bits like that. All right, so there's our rainbow, and let's go to the inside of our card now. And above our greeting, we're going to add our smaller rainbow. So we'll stretch that guy out, and we're going to add some adhesive the same way. And our little hearts. Let's grab a bit of glue on the back of those. Oh, little ones got stuck on the brush. That's okay. I'm just gonna kind of. All right, now I've got the biggest one and the littlest one right here. Of course, you can do whatever you like. And then the mediumest one, I'm gonna turn here and put that with I Adore You. Uh-oh, there we go. Cute, right? Now, when this I might use as I'm crafting really quick to brush on the back of a larger piece just to use it all up. And then once it's dry and clear on the mat, see, you can tell the difference between the wet and the dry. Once the brush is all dry, it's not, you can see the white. When you don't see any white, then you just rub the brush onto the dry areas with the dry brush, and all of this glue will just roll up. It'll roll up off the brush, and then you just throw away the sticky boogers. All right, so super easy cleanup. Great way to do those little rainbow bits. All right, let's get back to the front of our card here. And we're going to add our rainbow, our sentiment, and embellish. I'm going to get a lot of Stampin' Dimensionals. I think I got up to like triple dimensionals going on here. Might be one that you want to hand deliver or put in a package if you're going to do as much dimensionals as I did. You could leave the dimensionals off of this layer and do just partial dimensionals, like dimensionals and liquid glue for your greeting, and that would work just fine. But I went crazy with the dimensionals. I love all the layers. It's a fun fold. It's kind of wild. That we just went all out with it here. So I'm going to put a couple here, but I'm not. This one's a little bit longer than the other one. I don't know if I'm going to need a little bit at the end. I might, but I'm just going to dry fit that right now. Let's get my linen thread. I've got a double bow, and it's a big double bow. I'm thinking you're going to need about 2 feet of linen thread. I always tie off the spool though, because then there's less waste. So I'm going to get a big, that's probably 2 feet, give or take a little bit, and double it up, loop, swoop, tuck and pull, make a great big loopy bow, great big loopy double bow, and then get some ribbon scissors. And what I do is I cut the loop where I folded it, trim it off the spool, and there we go. I'll take a little glue dot or 2 even, maybe a glue dot and a half a dimensional, we'll see, because this one greeting's a little longer than the other. I think I'm going to do a glue dot on the front of the bow, put the bow behind. You're absolutely the best. And then I do need a half a dimensional all the way over here. And there's our greeting with a combination, our greeting and linen thread combination. Get that guy on there. You're absolutely the best. So cute. Might even double up the dimensional on the end of here. Yep, I'm gonna totally. So I got a half stacked with another half to get that up to double height. If you don't want double height, do a dimensional here and some maybe tear and tape or liquid glue. Do a combination. But I'm going big or going home. Just saying. All right, fix the, and then I'm gonna trim a tiny bit. So cute, don't you think? I love it. All right, last step is these. You guys, I love these. They're a little bit softer pastel than the Boho Vibes Designer Series paper, but they coordinate really nicely and I love them. They're also going to coordinate really nicely with other things. So this is called the Muted Palette Dots. And we're going to go ahead and for this one, I think I'm going to go with the yellow ones and just see how that looks. Where do I want to put it? Because my greeting's a little different. I'm still going to put one on the edge of the greeting, kind of a big guy, and then pop some yellow ones, smaller guys up from there. They're really cool. They have kind of a pearly, not really a pearly, maybe like a marbly. They're muted, they're opaque, really cool. I love these dots. And there it is, time to celebrate. Happy birthday. Lots of love. Or you're absolutely the best. Thanks a lot. I adore you. I hope you have fun with this fun fold card. If you've got any questions about the kitchenettes, the activities that we do with our kitchenettes, or the support that you'll receive, the starter kit, if you have questions about the project, email us. You can do marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. You can always call or text too. My number's right on the website, kitchentablestamper.com. To shop Stampin' Up! 24/7, grab any of these amazing products. You can buzz over to marisaAlvarez.stampinup.net. While you're there, click shop. If you're ready to join while you're at marisaAlvarez.stampinup.net, click join and we'll see you in the Kitchenettes team. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.